Hey everybody, just wanted to do a little quickie vlog to speak from the heart here. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. I finished The Fifth Wife and then shared The Fifth Wife last week. And by all metrics, I think it did really well. It did about as well as I could have hoped, but I certainly would have hoped it would have done better. But that's just the way it is. You always put these things out. I'm telling you, every week when I make a short, I hope that it blows up. Or I hate to say the word goes viral, but my wife and I were talking about it the other day. I don't want anything to come easy. I feel like hard work is what's going to get you there at the end of the day, but I've been working really hard on these videos, and sometimes I just keep hitting my plateau. Just keep meeting my plateau over and over and over and over, and I've tried to get better. And I guess with this feature film, it was better than one of my weekly videos, performance-wise, but considering all the hype, I promoted it as much as I possibly could. I even paid a few bucks to buy an advertisement for it, which I just don't really like to do that. It didn't really amount to anything. But I got 1,300 views on it. I got a handful of tips, and that was really awesome. I think 7 or 8 people donated specifically because of the film, and had a couple people donate $25, a couple $10, a couple $5, and a couple $2 and stuff like that. It really makes my heart sing for those things, and it's great. So, but it's just as far as the performance of the video, and the channel just flatlined 3 days after the video came out, and it's just the reality. I've said this before. My journey on YouTube is like pulling the ripcord on the motor for the lawnmower. I feel like no matter how hard I pull it, it almost just never really goes. It never really goes. And so that's it. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. I'm going to keep going. I taught a class this week for some kids. That was awesome. I've been going on as many auditions as I can and trying to find a new agent, new manager. It's really hard. I've been in this game for 25 years as a professional. And I was thinking of it in bed last night. I don't know if you're familiar with the terms when people are looking for gold, they find like a vein of gold in the rocks or wherever. And sometimes that vein opens up into a bigger pocket, and then it's like a giant thing of gold, and then the vein starts to run thin, run dry, and then maybe there's little pockets here and there. But I got to tell you, and I'm not saying this with anything negative in my heart, I don't think. It feels like the vein is just about to dry up completely. And I'm just going to have to bust open a new mountain and find a different vein and find the bigger vein, because I've had some pretty decent pockets of gold in my career, but never what I really wanted so far, never. What I want was bigger things, and people will say, "Oh, you did this, you did that. Those are such amazing successes," and 99% of the people who are actors never even achieve close to that. And I say, I understand that, but I didn't get into this to just have a glimpse at greatness. I got in this to really be great and do great things, and in doing great things, to have stability so I can create art, act, sing, paint, write music, do films, all these things. I just want to make art. Just want to make art and make a living off of it. Someone told me that this week, "Oh, you don't seem to care that much about money." And I said, interesting, from the outside perspective, I could understand that. I'm not motivated on a 9-to-5 survival job so I can make 6 figures just because I need the money. I'm motivated to do great art, and in doing so, hope that I'm one of the very few who can make a living off of it. But having a family, and it's just tough. It's just tough. That's it. It's tough. But the opportunities I get to perform are amazing, and I'm just hoping to get something. I've kind of gotten to this point where I'm hoping to get even small things, and the small things are going to be just to kind of survive. But it seems like the big things are so far off right now, and I'm just had the camera set up today because I'm recording for an audition, and I'm hoping to land it, and we'll just see. It's just another audition, and I guess that's it, guys. I don't want to be too down, but I just want to share what's going on in my heart and how this journey is. I'm going to continue doing my Sister Wives parodies, and I have a new one coming out later this afternoon, and another one coming out this week. And I'm kind of thinking I want to try to get back to filming some things off of the green screen, just because that's a little bit more challenging creatively, but my experience with doing those for the first 3.5 years of my YouTube channel was, they may have been more, I don't know what you would say, a little bit more creative, but they didn't really get me anything. So I'm working on writing my new script for my 4th feature film, which I've mentioned a few times, and hopefully I'll develop that and film that. It's going to be a ton of work. And someone was like, oh, it sounds kind of like a downer. It's just like, you got to do what's in your heart, but also you got to find a way to be commercial and make things that a larger audience wants to see. And it's just challenging. There's nothing about this that's easy. It's funny. I stick to my guns and do what I love to avoid the suffering of going to the 9-to-5 world, as I view it. That seems to be like the end of joy to me, because then I'd be in the 9-to-5 world. But the reality is the types of suffering that I experience because of sticking to my guns in the arts is probably way more than if I were to have just, but it's relative. And this is the kind of suffering that I want. Anyway, so I think it's a little bit of a downer. I don't know if I'll share that, where I'll share this, but it's just been an interesting week. And ever since the show I was in closed, and I lost my manager last spring, and I've just been kind of like limping along, and I feel like the channel has kind of fallen a little flat. So, just keep grinding, guys. And thanks to everyone who's continued to support me. I really appreciate the comments, and I have a lot of people who are really consistent. And you guys are working hard for me just by being there for me, and I appreciate it. So we'll keep doing this thing, and I hope to keep making you guys smile and laugh. And sorry for the serious vlog, but I just had to clear off my mind a bit. Thanks for being there.
Don't be so amused. You're a bully. Stop acting confused. Love is the idol of my dreams. My eyes melt in longing streams. My way is so foul to you. My conditions and doubts are alarming too. You call me out for being me. Well, I need love but have no security. So turn the tables and explain how you found love in a world of